What's behind the rise in mortgage arrears?
Hi, Paul. Well, in short, it's interest rates. The central bank over here has been one of the most aggressive in the world at tightening interest rates. And that, coupled with inflation and the cost of living crisis, is really putting pressure on people. But also, I think the structure of the housing market here comes into play as well. Most people use a finance term of about 3 years on their mortgages. And it happens that about half of all mortgages have to be refinanced this year. That means people are rolling off interest rates of 3% and lower that they secured in 2020 or 2021 onto rates of like 6.5% and higher, which is really putting a lot of stress on household budgets.
And yet we're expecting the RBNZ to actually continue to raise the official rate. So is there any end in sight when it comes to these hardships for people?
That's right. Tomorrow, the RBNZ is expected to hike to 5%, which will be the highest in 14 years. So once again, that's just ratcheting up that pressure on people. And I think it's also worth noting, when I spoke to the head of Centrix yesterday, that's the data bureau that put out this information, he said that this is a real reversal in trend. For the last 5 years or so, the arrears rates has been dropping in New Zealand, and that's because of improved regulation, things like affordability tests on people taking out mortgages. And now in the last 7 months, we've seen quite a marked change in that and a real uptick in people who are falling behind in their mortgage payments. There is perhaps one silver lining, and that's the fact that the unemployment rate in New Zealand is still very low. And that means people have some wriggle room, they've still got their jobs, so in theory they've got money coming in and they can pay their mortgages. So hopefully that will stop us seeing a lot of forced sales and things like that.